Hi everyone, hope you all are doing good. So now this is my second video of what your heredity. First class we have seen about what introduction to heredity. Just recall about what is heredity. So what is heredity? Heredity is nothing but transfer of characters from the one generation to another generation. We have seen that examples and activities. I think you have gone through the activities and compared yourself and your parents and your friends. You have got some idea now, right? What are the characters and what is heredity and all, just definition wise. And we have seen like how we have learned about variations means what, changes in the characters from the one generation to another generation. Just like that, characters like you have similar characters like your parents, but you are not identical to your parents. There is a change, that is nothing but variation. So let us learn about now what the why these variations are occurring, how this is happening, and why it is useful for the further generations. How these characters are transferred. It is being experimentally and documented by whom? Our father of genetics, none other than Gregor John Mendel. So let us see about him. So Gregor John Mendel in 1897, in 19th century, he started working on the genetics like how these variations are occurring. So he has chosen one single plant. So what is that plant? Pea plant. Pea plant. Before choosing a pea plant, he has worked around 10,000 pea plants he has worked on. 10,000 different plants with 34 different varieties he has seen. It is not a joke. 10,000 different plants he has observed to carry out his experiment. Before doing the experiment only, he has done the groundwork of to carry out the experiment. So because this is not the single criteria, he has to look into so many criteria to carry forward his experiment. So he has chosen the pea plant. So with seven different characters. So we have seen the 7 different characters in the earlier classes. So why pea plant? Why only pea plant he has chosen? So pea plant, it has well defined characters. See, because see, if suddenly if I say something, you cannot believe it. But if I show you something practically and prove it, you will believe it. Isn't it? The same way, the plant which is having visibly well defined characters is pea plant. That's why he has chosen it. And it is predominantly self pollinated, and it is an annual plant, and it is a bisexual plant, and it is also suitable for the cross pollination. So it is used for both self pollination and cross pollination. See here how the varieties are there. So with the 7 different pairs. So in this he has chosen only 7 pairs in that, because it is having unique different characters. So so he has chosen the pea plant to carry out his experiment. So let us see how these experiments are being, how his assumptions and experiments are being done. So before learning about these assumptions and all, let us just have a note on these two definitions. What is dominant and what is recessive? Dominant is nothing but a trait which is able to express its character. Which is able to express its character is nothing but dominant. Recessive means which are unable to express its characters is nothing but recessive. Just have a note of these two words in this, of these two words, dominant and recessive. In this further explanation, it will be easy for you to understand what is dominant and what is recessive, and why I have taken these two words now only, and how these are being shown in his assumptions during the experiments. Okay. So this is the first experiment, beginning of the experiment, like what Mendel, how he has started his experiment. Let us see. So initially he has taken the 2 breeds. I have told you 7 different characters of, we have discussed about 7 different characters of pea plants. So in that he has chosen 2 pure breeds of yellow seed and green seed. He is denoting the yellow seed as yellow as capital Y and green as small y for our understanding purpose. So he has choose the 2 seeds and did a cross pollination between the yellow and the green seeds. So what we have got in the, after the cross pollination, the first generation is called filial. Filial means nothing but progeny. Progeny, what he has done, the next generation. So this is called F1 generation. So after doing the cross pollination between the yellow and green seed, what we have got? We have got the all the yellow seeds, which are, this is nothing but first filial progeny. So first filial is nothing but this is yellow. So after getting the, after cross pollination between yellow and green, we got yellow. Visibly there is only yellow. So again we have with the same seeds, he has done again the pollination within this yellow seeds. After this yellow seeds progeny, after this yellow cross pollination in F2 generation, we have got 75% of yellow seeds and 25% of green seeds in that. So in these seeds consisting of yellow and green color, you can represent the picture in your textbook. You can find the both yellow and green seeds in the second generation. See, the pollination is continuing. This First yellow and green pollination in the first generation they have given only pure of yellow, only yellow they have given, not pure form of yellow, but they have given only yellow seeds. After pollination within this yellow seeds, what is the next F2 generation? Next second filial generation, what they have given, 75% of yellow seeds have come and 25% of green seeds. Again further cross pollination is occurred between these seeds. So this is called as third F3 generation. So third filial generation. Here the seeds are not, now the seeds step by step the variations are occurring. The copying is different and the changes are shown with the with this step by step process. So in this 50% of yellow seeds are given and 25% of yellow and green seeds have come and 25% of only pure form of green seeds. See with this third generation, here we got pure yellow of 50% and pure green breed of 25%. Mixture of yellow and green we have got how many? 25%. See the variations. Pure form of two breeds of yellow and green. First they have given totally yellow. After, so but within this visible character only yellow is there, but within this recessive characters are green in color. So that is visibly not shown, but if you see their genotypic form you can see it, but visibly they are only yellow. Again further cross pollination is occurring in the F2 generation. We are getting 75% yellow and 25% green in visible form. Again we are doing the further cross pollination in F3 third filial generation. 50% of yellow seeds are come and 25% of green seeds and 25% of pure form of green seeds. Okay, now really earlier I have shown you like how this pollination is occurs from F1 to F3 generation. We have seen in the seeds form, like how it is happening in within the plant. Let us see the factor wise. What is a factor? Factor is nothing but this Y we are calling this two Y's. We are this Y form yellow seeds, whatever number what we are giving, we are calling it as factor. Factor is nothing but responsible for producing a particular trait or character. So what is a responsible for producing particular trait? Particular trait what we are denoting here, trait is nothing but character. What is the character of this Y? Yellow is denoting for yellow is nothing but the character of the plant. So we are denoting the character of the plant with what? Capital letter Y, that is yellow, and small letter y, that is green. We have seen in that seeds after cross pollination two pure breeds of yellow and green we have taken. We are not having any other characters in this, only the characters of the seed to produce. Only if we only plant this yellow seed, we'll get only yellow seed. Here if we plant green color seed, we'll get only green color features whatever the plants are having, that characters plant only will get. But we are doing cross pollination within the two breeds of pea plant, that is we are denoting as yellow y as a characters and small y as green color characters. So pure yellow breed is denoted by two capital Y's and pure green breed is denoted by small y. So how the cross pollination occurring? See, let us 2y and two small y's. Let us see after cross pollination. This first y is cross pollinated with the second y of what? Green and yellow. We are getting capital Y, small y. Same second one with the second y. Again capital Y, small y. Again with the first one with the first one, capital Y, small y. First one with the second one, capital Y, small y. For more elaboration, this is the table how after cross pollination of the two characters we are getting y again capital Y, small y, small y. How? But in the F1 generation, what we have seen, all are yellow color only. But here the genetical code is what? Capital Y, small y. But what are the visible characters are only yellow. So what? Why? Because yellow is called dominant. What we have studied earlier, what is called dominant means with the character which is the trait which is able to express its character. So yellow is dominating the green color and it is giving it color to the plant. But it is having the factor of green also. But visibly we can see only yellow. So that is why yellow we are calling as dominant. So all the F1 generation seeds are all yellow color, but their genotype is what? Capital Y and small y. Phenotype is what? All yellow color. That is nothing. That is called dominant and recessive. So green character is there, but it is not been showed with the external feature of the plant. So that's why it is called, the character of green is suppressed by yellow. So yellow is now yellow is dominant and green is recessive. Green is unable to show its character, so it has become recessive, and yellow is dominating the green and showing its characters, is nothing but dominant. Okay, this is about the cross pollination in this. This is our assumption 1. Okay. Pause. So in F1 generation, what we have seen after pollination, all are yellow in color. But the genetically, how they are, what the factors they are, what are they? Capital Y, small y, capital Y, small y, all are capital Y, small y, all are in equal ratio, but visibly all are in yellow color. That is F1 generation. Now further pollination we are doing within this F1 generation, like how see capital Y, small y, capital Y, small y. Cross pollination of YY gives capital Y, capital Y. Cross pollination of capital Y and small y will give you capital Y and small y. And cross pollination of Y and Y. See, why I am telling capital Y, small y, but capital Y is nothing but yellow, small y is nothing but green. We have really discussed already. So this is nothing but this is the genotypic ratio. What we are seeing visibly, that is called phenotypic. Okay. So here small y and capital Y after cross pollination we are getting small y, capital Y, and small y we are getting small y. Small y is nothing but green in color. So this is the genotypic ratio of this F1 generation. So what is genotypic of ratio? What I told, yellow visibly all are in yellow color, but the genotypic ratio is this one, capital Y, capital Y, capital Y, small y, capital Y, small y, small y. So what is this genotypic? This is genotypic ratio. All are yellow in color. These are 25% yellow in color. These are small y, capital Y, yellow in color, and small y, capital Y also yellow in color. So this is and small y. This is pure yellow in color. This is pure breed. Both the characters are small y. So this is pure form of green and green seed, and this is a pure form of yellow seed. These both are mixed of both the characters of yellow and green. So all are 25% in number. So but phenotypic. So let us see what is phenotypic and genotypic. I am telling you from then phenotypic and genotypic. What is phenotype? Phenotype is nothing but external visible characters are nothing but phenotype. Genotypic is nothing but the genotypic ratio. What we are writing, that is called genotypic. What is the phenotypic ratio is given is 3:1. Why I am writing 3:1? Simply you can see the identification here. Here the three phenotypically externally, what are these three? These three factors are showing yellow color only, because yellow are dominant. I told you yellow color is dominant, is suppressing the green one. So green one is recessive. Visibly these three places we are seeing the yellow color. So phenotypically these are 3:1 is green and 3 is yellow. That is called phenotypic ratio. Okay. And genotypic ratio, what is genotypic ratio? 1:2:1. So why 1:2:1? Phenotypically externally 3 yellows, 1 green. Okay. And genetically pure form of yellow is 1 and pure form of green is 1. Mixed is 2. Mixed of yellow and green is 2. This is genetical ratio. That's why 1:2:1. This is the genetical ratio of the F1 generation, and the phenotypic ratio of F1 generation in this one. That is 3:1 and 1:2. So you can easily remember it, but how this number, how we are writing, that I have explained you here. So whatever the pollination we have done both with today's class, whatever the single character we have seen, that comes under monohybrid. Monohybrid. This comes under monohybrid. Okay, monohybrid cross pollination. So today we have learned about single characters. Only we have taken the yellow trait, yellow and green. Single character of what? Sorry, single character, that is what? Single yellow and green we have taken off. Single seed. Seed with two different characters. Yellow seed and green seed. But the phenomenon is what? Seed only. But the characters are different. Yellow form of pure one we have taken. Pure form of green we have taken the pollination. But how the variations are done, we have done in the today's class. So this total comes under monohybrid pollination. Okay. Let us see the further classes. We can learn about dihybrid. We can take again two different characters and how the pollinations are occurring and how this